Hello everyone, how's it going? Doing some more notebooks today, because these are really fun to do. So today I'm doing two notebooks. So the first one here is the Iron Giant. I haven't actually seen this movie, this was requested for me to do. So I just went with it, just picked the picture and it was just like, hey, let's go, this will look cool. But I've never seen it, so roast me in the comments if you want, I guess. I'm having a lot of fun doing these notebooks. So the other one in this video is the bathhouse from Spirited Away. So for this one I wanted to keep it pretty simple, but I wanted to have a lot of the contrast between the shadows and the lights. So with this one, if you saw my last video, I talked about how it was harder to layer the colours on these notebooks, which is true, but with the grey colours it's a little bit easier because I'm not trying to layer two different colours together or trying to mix a darker colour out of like a blue or something like I was trying to do last time. That didn't work, but the greys, they work a bit better. You don't get the best blend out of them from blending between the two colours, so what I'm doing here, I lay down my light grey and then I'm using my dark grey for the shadows, and then I'm bringing the light grey back to help blend the dark grey back in. So it works a little bit, but obviously it doesn't work as well as it would on a marker paper. But I think it gets a good effect across. It definitely worked better than I expected, and it worked better than, yeah, using it with actual colours. So this one was pretty quick to do. Pretty simple design, I really like it. Maybe I'm just adding some little lines to help with the shadows. We're already done. See, I told you, quick and easy. So here's the big boy. So that last one was just a warm up, you could say. I did this one immediately after, and it is a lot more detailed. And there's a lot of little small bits. I don't normally draw a lot of buildings, but this was really fun to do. And I really like how it turned out. Like the look of the whole building is great. I mean in the original, not necessarily in my drawing, but it's a really cool design. So I've been doing even more of these notebooks. I've actually been streaming doing the covers. These two I didn't stream, but I streamed another batch of them. I'm really enjoying doing these covers and I want to do more. I also have them available for custom order, so all of them are hand drawn, so shoot me a message if you're interested. But yeah, all these ones are available for sale. Actually, the Iron Giant one's already sold, but you know, so shoot me a message if you see one that you like. See what I can do for you. I've been selling them at my markets, which is good fun. But here I am trying to add all these little details in the building. It was really difficult to try to figure out like exactly what I wanted. So I didn't want to overfill it with detail, because the actual building is very detailed, obviously. So I've tried to imply more of the details, like the little ornaments on top of the roofs and things like that. I've just sort of put in the basic shapes of them. It's way too small for me to try and make them look as refined as they are in the actual building. Like they're all little animals and things like that, but I just, too small, and you won't really notice it in the overall scheme of things, so just a bit of a balancing act with those types of details. This tree was really fun to do too, actually. I really liked how it turned out. Oof, so many little lines in this drawing. It took me ages for this one. But you know, it's worth it. I think so anyway. I'm really happy with how the colours turned out as well. Some of the colours on the brown turned out really dull, but this is like a deep red marker, so it still really popped, which I'm very happy about. There's some other colours that don't really show off as well. Like that's like a really nice deep blue. It sort of looks a bit better once it dries down, but it's definitely not as bright as the red. So with these notebooks, I definitely have to use like darker colours than what I would normally. Like pastel colours and things just don't really show up. It just makes it a little bit grey. So I tried to use like a light green for the trees, and yeah, it adds a little bit of shading. So it helps make it pop off the background, but yeah, it doesn't look green really. So for this one I want to experiment with adding textures, sort of aging to the building as well, and that's what I'm trying to do with these darker colours here. So I actually used the colourless blender first on the walls to remove some of the red to make it more faded, and then I went in with that darker red. I think it turned out pretty cool. And yeah, the yellow is really popping off too, which is good. Like I was a bit concerned about the yellow not being dark enough to actually really show. Yeah, see, this is the trees I'm talking about. It just turns it sort of grey. It doesn't really make it green. A little cherry blossom tree at the front. And then my favourite bits are the white highlights. I tried to add it in all the gold because yeah, in the original design it's gold, not just yellow. So I wanted to try and imply that with lots of shine. There we go. I really liked how both of these came out. Here's the first set of notebooks that I've done. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.